Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a timeless general love and life reading for Cancer. You can have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Cancer, please keep in mind that these readings are general, not person specific, okay? So take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. This came out, says emotions are at their peak. You're emotional right now, okay? I'm gonna put it back in the deck though. So take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, do not try to make it fit. Everything is subject to free will and the will of the divine. No one is free from law of cause and effect. Imagination clouds your judgment at this time. Put that back in the deck too. They want to talk for you. Hopefully it's gonna be a good message, but we'll see what comes out. What was I going to say? Again, you know, everything's subject to free will of the divine. Everyone's subject to law of cause and effect. Roles can be reversed. This could be something that you're doing going on around you, your person, you know, what's going on around them. This could be in your immediate environment, your town, your city, your community. This could be, a family member, friend, coworker, boss, a neighbor. This could be the weather. This could be something from the past, something currently going on. And as I've been told, my readings can tend to be very future predictive. So this can be something coming towards you in the future. So keep that in mind. If you need or want a personal reading that is tailored specifically to your energy, okay, my email is in the description box below. Excuse me. I do offer $10 off for first-time clients who get their first reading with me, so definitely take advantage of that. And if there is going to be an extended, that link will be in the description box below, as well as the comment section below, along with your next 3 months future predictions in the comment section below and in the description box. Okay, let's see what is going on for Cancers in love and in life. The Oracle says, seek wisdom and guidance from elders. So you need guidance right now. Okay. What else, please, for Cancer? Okay, you have the Moon in reverse. That is your energy. And it says, you will be guided through darkness. But in reverse, you can't see right now. And that's not like a judgment towards you or anything. But you're not able to see through the darkness yet. So you need guidance. I feel like this is a situation where you have to trust yourself. Like, yes, go to elders or go, get a reading. Go, well, if you want to, get a reading from a trusted reader. Okay, get a reading. Whatever, right? Go to elders. Maybe, I don't know, go to elders in your church. Go to your personal elders. Go to your ancestors. Whatever the case may be, right? To help guide you. But I really do feel, though, honestly, if I'm being very honest here, I feel like it's more so you trusting yourself. I feel like it's you, like, really, like, tapping into you, like, inwardly. You know what I mean? Like, anybody could help you, like, be guided through something, right? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? That's not a bad thing. But there's a but here, or really more like a nevertheless. It's more potent and more efficient, or more self-efficient rather, if you really trust yourself. And I feel like for some of you, and I'm not judging you, I feel like some of you have struggled with a lot of self-doubt, maybe second-guessing yourself, or second-guessing your decision-making is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's because maybe you've made some bad decisions in the past. We all have, right? And I've made some bad ones too. We've all made some bad decisions, right? So right now, for some of you, you might be going through like a dark night of the soul, or I don't see. That's so cliche. That's what we call it. I kind of like to call it going down into the cellar, right? And like, that's where you kind of do like some of y'all doing shadow work, basically, is what I'm saying. You try to kind of cut to the point. You're doing shadow work. And you're trying to navigate that. And I'm not saying you shouldn't ask for guidance about it. There's nothing wrong with asking for a little bit of guidance. I highly recommend journaling. Also, no judgment here, but going to maybe a therapist. A therapist can definitely help you guide. Shadow work is basically inner child work. It's a deep, deep subconscious, like depth psychology. If you want to look up Carl Jung, it's Carl, the name Carl, Carl, Jung or Jung. I always call it Jung, but maybe it's Jung. Is Jung. He's a very old, and he's deceased now, but I think he's like the grandfather of depth psychology. He really dives deep into the subconscious mind. Amazing work. Very profound, actually. It's very deep. It's very, very deep. It's very deep. I recommend looking him up. But really just doing that deep inner child work, dealing is basically inner child work is inner child work, dealing with trauma. And sometimes you do need a therapist for that to help navigate it. And for this is like the oracle, it doesn't necessarily have to be a reader. Could be a reader. Could be, I would go to one that is trusted though. Okay. You don't have to choose me. You can go to anyone that you trust. But I would highly recommend that you go to one that is trusted. Because if you're doing deep shadow work like this, you're going to really want to dive deep. And, you know what I'm saying? And you really want someone you can trust that's going to be kind of walking around your subconscious a little bit there. Because there can be some deep stuff. Deep hidden stuff. Deep painful things, ugly things there. Not like you're ugly, but like hurtful things, traumatic things there. You know what I'm saying? You really want to trust whomever, right? Or a therapist even. I highly recommend that. I'm a big advocate for that. Okay? Seriously. Very big advocate for it. It can do wonders. Seriously, it really can. There's no shame in it, ever. Some of y'all are either I'm already getting tired. Some of you guys are, I think you guys like your sleep. If I'm correct, y'all are kind of like Leos and Tauruses in that sense. Like Scorpios are kind of like night people. Well, not necessarily night people, but we don't get a lot of sleep. I mean, we do, but like we're like the night owl. That's also the early bird. Like very little sleep. I mean, we do. Capricorns are the same way. The Capricorns and Scorpios are kind of the same way like that, where we'll go to bed late, but also still get up at the same time or get up early, no matter what time we go to bed. I get anywhere from 4 to 5 hours every night. It sucks sometimes. It really does. It does sometimes. But I feel like Cancers, Leos, and Tauruses y'all like your sleep. I feel like maybe y'all, I feel like Leos and Tauruses really, really love their sleep. Y'all like your sleep too, but more so you like your bed. Like you like your comfy stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm going to suggest this. If you're doing shadow work like this, like deep shadow work, Cancer, be comfortable. Like wear comfortable clothing. Have comfy blankets if that's, suitable for you. I'm not telling you eat junk food, necessarily, but have things that are like comfort foods, still, but definitely make sure. So, have healthy things in there too. You don't want to just completely go off the rails there, but have some things that are comfortable, like comfort food too, like soul food. You know what I'm saying? Drink water. Okay, because if you're crying a lot while you're doing shadow work, you get dehydrated pretty easily. I had got dehydrated once. Pretty badly, actually, while I was in a process of, like, doing some deep shadow work. Like, I got actually a little delirious because I just wasn't drinking enough. And I was just, like, it was bad. So what I'm saying is make sure you drink water, okay? So that's, like, really important. And if you can't, like, do all the things you want to do, don't feel bad about it. Give yourself the gift. That's what I want to say. Give yourself grace. Number one. Stop fucking please fucking stop beating yourself up. Number two. Three, stop holding yourself to some fucking crazy, unrealistic, high fucking expectation all the fucking time. Because you're going to burn out. Number three. Number four, please take care of yourself a little bit. And if you can't get to, I don't know, running that fifth errand for that seventh person, I don't know, whatever it is, fuck it. It's okay to be selfish sometimes, Cancer, right? Like, especially if you're doing this type of work, like inner work. Oh my God, my nose is itching. When I'm tapped in like that, I start getting chills and I start to itch. Like my nose starts to itch real bad. Listen, I want you to listen to me. It's okay to be selfish, especially when you're doing this kind of fucking work. It takes a lot out of it takes a lot. It takes a snot out of you. That's what I almost said. It takes the snot out of you, and it takes a lot out of you. So it's okay to fucking tell people no. I feel like right now, honestly, you really just need to focus on you. Because I feel like y'all, well, at least for some of y'all, maybe, I don't know about all of y'all, but for whomever I'm reading for right now, you've really, really, really have like done the most for a long period of time, and now you're kind of burned out a little bit. And I don't mean like you're burned out, like there's something wrong with you. No, but you're burning out. And when you burn out, I've experienced a burnout before. And let me tell you, it's like when you burn out like that, you can't do a fucking thing for nobody. Barely yourself. Because you keep going, right? Till you finally, you can't. You physically can't go. You can't do anything. All you can do is lay down. All you can do is just kind of sit there. That's all you can do. For a while. Like, seriously. I mean, it's almost kind of like a nervous breakdown, but not like nervous breakdown, but kinda. But not without, it's not like a psychosis thing. I'm also not a mental health professional. It's not like that. It's just like you burn out. Like you're overwhelmed to the max and you've done all you can. You've pushed yourself to the max and you finally just, you can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's something like, it's kind of hard for me to explain it. I feel like I'm not doing it justice because it's pretty monumental. It's not like this whimsical, or not whimsical. It's not like this 1 week thing. Fuck. No, it's not. It takes a long time to kind of pull out of that, if you can even pull out of it. I still struggle with burnout still to this day. And I was in that shit for like 3 or 4 years. It was bad. I mean, it wasn't me just not able to do shit for 3 or 4 years, but no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that, but I was doing a lot of this type of shadow work. It was deep, deep work. And I mean, I had a lot of work to do. Trust me. Okay. A lot of work to do. And I still have more work. I still have opportunities for growth. And I'm still a work in progress. And I still have my moments, my hang-ups. I get easily overloaded, sensory overloaded. Like, I'm autistic. I don't have Asperger's autism. I am Aspergic, which is Asperger's. You can look it up. It's very high functioning. But I am autistic, and I have, ADHD, and I have some anxiety stuff, and I take some medication to help me from, like, sensory overload and being overwhelmed. Like sensory, like, your senses. So, it can be intense. I get it. I fucking get it. You're burning out. It's whomever I'm reading for, it's a shitty spot to be in. Like, I'm gonna cry right now for you because you just want it to be back to the way it was, right? I don't know what triggered it, because for me, like, I don't know if I talked about it here or not. Well, I know I've talked about it on YouTube, but I don't know if I talked about it with y'all, with cancers. Maybe I did. Maybe, but I can't remember. but it was like tower moment for me because I was being stubborn. So I was in therapy, right? Well, I was going, but, and then I stopped, right? And I wasn't really doing the work. And I didn't go for like a year. And then into the second year, I started experiencing a tower, and then another tower, and then another tower, and then another tower, and then another one. And they kept coming, but they kept getting like closer and closer together from the last one. So they kept coming faster and faster and faster, and they kept getting worse. Like the towers kept coming, they kept getting quicker, like, closer together, they kept getting worse. For like 2 years, and finally I got Buddha bombed. That's what I call it. I got dragged by the universe because I was being stubborn. I was just being hard-headed as fuck. And I was being stubborn, and I was fighting the change. I was stuck in victim mentality. I was blaming everybody else. I was fucking extremely codependent and toxic. I also had memories from my childhood that I didn't know were there, like locked away in my mind. So when you have something like that, from my understanding, now I'm not a psychologist, but just from how I understood it, how it was explained to me, when you have memories that you don't know are there, right? That's where you operate from, right? So there's that. And just a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And I have kids, and I have a house, and I have a family, and I'm trying to do this, that, and the other, and I'm trying to do everything for everybody else too. My now husband's aunt would need something, I'd go help her. And I love her to death. She's a wonderful woman. I'm not talking shit. Love her to death. Do anything for her. She's an absolute angel, truly. Or Dave's mom needed something. Okay, I'm over there. I wouldn't know what I was doing, but you know what I was doing. And I didn't realize it. I didn't know. Oh, I didn't understand, or I didn't realize this is what I was doing. And this is there's a reason why I'm telling you this. This is what y'all might be doing. Okay? I was using, doing stuff for everybody else, right, as a tool of avoidance. Like, oh, I gotta go help that's my husband's name. I gotta go help his mom do da-da-da-da-da. I gotta go help his aunt do da-da-da-da-da. I gotta go do this for my stepkid's mom, da-da-da-da-da. I gotta go do this for my neighbor, da-da-da-da. I gotta go do this at a PTA meeting. I gotta do this for work. I gotta go do this for my now husband. I gotta do this for all the kids. I gotta do this in the house. I gotta do this for schools. I gotta do this for that, and the other, right? Literally anything. Obviously that was constructive. I wasn't trying to do something that was crazy or destructive, right? Nothing like drugs or alcohol or nothing like that. But I was literally using other people's problems or needs to avoid putting myself any kind of first, and avoid dealing with, because I was always a caregiver. Okay? And I'm a Scorpio, right? And which Scorpios are very loving people. Don't believe the hype all the time, okay? And I was using other people's problems or needs or wants to avoid dealing with my own shit, basically. I was running from my own shit. I was running away from myself. Yeah. And that's the best. I mean, I may not be explaining it right, but I'm trying to explain it. But I may not be explaining it appropriately, but I'm trying to explain it though. And I didn't at the time know I was autistic. See, my sister is, my brother, my older brother is, my little sister, my older brother is, my mom is, my grandfather was when he's passed away now. My son is, I am, and I didn't know that at the time. And then been hyper my whole life. It was just but I did finally get a diagnosis of what it really was going on, because I finally had a freak out. Got so overwhelmed and so sensorily overloaded that I burned out. I shut down. And then I started focusing just on myself. I started saying no. I learned how to say no, because I didn't tell anybody no. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do that too. Yeah, I just wanted to be loved. I was doing all of that so I could be loved because I felt like I had to do stuff for people to love me. You see, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I looked at it because I felt at the time, I don't feel that way anymore because I did 4 years of hardcore therapy and inner work. I mean, that was brutal. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was all airy-fairy. It was pretty fucking horrible, but it was worth it. Hindsight 2020, is like, that was really bad, but it was worth it. Was it easy? I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit for you. It never, no. It wasn't, and I was very stubborn. I was running from myself. I just wasn't using drugs or alcohol to do it. I was using other people's problems. I was trying to fix everybody else's issues for them. I was always there for everybody else, but I forgot to be there for myself. True. And I let myself down. I let myself fall. And I had to, I went to therapy for a while, for a long time actually. Was brutal. It's a hard realization, realizing that I have no one to blame but myself. For certain things, right? So I tell you that because I feel like, and that's only 2 cards. I really feel like that's whomever I'm reading for. That's what you're doing right now. That's what you're going through. And I feel for you. I really do, because this ain't an easy process. It's not a quick process. It's not an easy process. And I still have to deal with some of that stuff. I am I'm not a neurotypical, I'm a neurodivergent. Meaning my brain is wired differently. I'm just born that way. Look up Asperger's, look up ADHD. My brain's just different. I still have to deal with, sometimes my stuff from my childhood comes up and I have to process and I have to think about it and process it. But I've dealt with a good chunk of it. But sometimes I have to still check myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm able to do it before my mouth gets ahead of me, and sometimes I'm not. But, I can admit when I'm wrong, but it's a process. Trust me, it's a process. Yeah. So look, chalice, rejuvenation and fulfillment. You got see this cup? It ain't got nothing in it. I know it's not really 3D, but there's nothing in this cup, Cancer. You're empty. Not like, that sounded bad. That's not what I meant. I don't mean like you're empty. Your tank is empty, meaning like you need to replenish yourself. Stop. You need to you're burning out here. Who's going to fill your cup? It's ultimately your job to fulfill you. Ultimately, it's your job to replenish your own cup. If you're not pouring into yourself and filling your cup, ain't nobody else going to do it for you. No matter what you do for them. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what I was doing. I was going around filling up everybody's cup, and I was trying to do it from an empty cup. And I burnt out. And I feel like that's what's happening here for y'all. For somebody. Now, I don't know who. This could be a group of cancers. Could be one cancer. Could be a cross-watcher. Could be somebody you know. I don't fucking know. So take it as it resonates. And don't come for me. Please don't. Because I just don't have the patience for it. Okay? But I just really feel like you gotta slow down. You're burning out here. What else, please? You're burning out. It's like, what's that saying? Burning both ends of the candle. Yeah, look, follow your intuition in the reverse. You're not even listening to your own intuition right now. Or you feel like your intuition is muddled. But you're not, because there's no water in the cup. You're a water sign. Maybe you need to drink a little more water, but you also need to fill your own cup. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, when you're dealing, let me tell you this. This is something that's important, too. when you're doing deep shadow work, your intuition is going to be a little skewed. Okay? It is. Because you're going to be triggered as fuck. Okay? And at the end of the day, no one is responsible for your triggers but you. Okay? But when you're doing deep shadow healing inner child work like this, your intuition is going to be triggered. Or, well, not your intuition. You're going to be triggered and you're going to think it's your intuition, but really it's just you being triggered. You're don't confuse fear with intuition, okay? Your intuition is a little blocked, but I feel like it has a lot to do, not because you're a bad person or anything like that, but because it has a lot to do with you need to do this fucking work. Okay, you also need to fill up your cup. What else, please? Look, the Harlequin. It says true feelings are masked. There's nothing hidden here. Or here's the deal. You're learning who people really are and who people really aren't. Feelings or truths or who people really are and who you really are is being seen. You see what I'm saying? You're seeing yourself for who and what you really are, not as you want to see yourself, right? But you're not only that, but you're also seeing who and what other people really are and who they are not. And that can be jarring. That can be fucking painful. It can suck. That actually sucks really bad, especially when you have those realizations about yourself. That's not fun. Sometimes it's not fun. Because we like to think that we're in the right all the time, and sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're really not. There's always more than one perspective, right? And when you start to see yourself through another person's eyes and how your actions, lack thereof, or your words or no words or have an effect on other people, that's a huge realization. You know, how your words and actions have affected you directly. That's a big, how you've done things that have caused you issues. How you can't point the finger at no one else but yourself kind of realizations. That's fucking monumental, right? It's huge. And then, you know, seeing that, also seeing how people really are, who they really are, what they really are, how they really feel, that's fucking huge, right? Like these are big, I mean, big truths, big realizations, big, hard, you know, not so fun realizations that you're having about yourself and about others. I'm not going to take this into an extended, because I feel like this is the message. I've only got, what was it, 5 cards. Really got to take care of yourself. And it's more, maybe it's getting your hair done. Maybe it's getting your nails done. Maybe it's taking a bubble bath. Maybe it's sitting on your couch in your pajamas with a blanket for 2 days. I don't know. Whatever it is for you. As long as it's constructive and not destructive. Right? But your intuition is blocked right now. And, or you're confusing fear with your intuition, but really you're just triggered. Okay? So be mindful of that. Also too, I feel like here, some of you might have what is it called? Like paralysis analysis. Like some of you might be really stuck in your head right now, analyzing. Like, and you like have so much anxiety where you can't physically move. That sucks too. I've experienced that. This is really no fun. Give yourself time. Give yourself the gift of time, and give yourself grace. Give other people grace around you too, because I promise you, while you're doing this process of like dealing with inner child wounds and shadow work and trauma and real or perceived, healing from past relationships wounds, healing from the shit you caused yourself, you know, seeing yourself as you really are, not as you want to think you are, seeing all that shit I said, that's a huge monumental undertaking. It ain't for the faint of heart. It's not. Most people go through their entire life blaming everybody else. Literally. Most people do. And they never take accountability for their shit. What you're trying to do here is you're trying to take accountability. You're trying. And that's progress. That's fucking progress. Okay? Even if it's one baby step a day, like today you got up and you took a fucking shower and you drank some water and ate a handful of, I don't know, fruit and some crackers. That's fucking progress. You see what I'm saying? Like, be gentle. Don't push too hard. Don't try to rush it either, because that's not going to go well either. Allow the process. Because you're going to have to surrender to this shit. I'm telling you right now, don't fight it like I did. You're going to just surrender it. Take your hands off the wheels. Just do the work, right? That's what you can control. Like, I got chills. You can't control that. I'm getting emotional about it because I'm starting to feel emotional. You can't control that. Do the work, right? But you are confusing fear with intuition, and you also feel like your intuition is blocked. You don't feel like you're being guided. You're trying to seek guidance. If you need to get a reading, get a reading. Sure. Get a nitty-gritty reading with me. That we can dig deep into the shadow stuff, okay? But just be prepared for what you might hear, though, okay? Just because I don't hold back, okay? If not with me, then someone else. But I'm just saying, if you get one with me and you get the nitty-gritty one, I don't freaking hold back, okay? But if it's not that, then you might be just talking with your ancestors, okay? And that's important too, as well. Whether you get a reading or not, that's important. But I also feel like you're really seeing yourself as you really are. You're also seeing other people that way too. That's a big one. And you really just need to really replenish yourself right now. Rest. Get some sleep. Try to sleep. Y'all just I feel like y'all are overthinking. Like, super strong. I feel bad for y'all, but I feel bad for you because I know what this feels like, but I don't feel bad for you at the same time because I know it's necessary. So I'm also kind of happy for you that you're going through this, because as shitty as it is, I do know it does end eventually, and great things come out of it. You'll see. You're probably cussing me out right now. You're probably telling me, fuck you, Juju. Fuck you. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. You'll see. You'll see. I promise. I fucking promise. Okay? I'm telling you. Alright. I feel like I want to take a little different route for you guys, because I feel like this isn't about anyone else. This is about you. Okay? Someone else around you could also be going through the same thing, right? But I feel mostly this is about you, so I don't want to go with, y'all like the Scrabble. Some of y'all like the Scrabble tiles. I'll do that, but I don't feel like it's about another zodiac sign. But I do want to get, a different route for your guidance, what you need to surrender. I just want to tell you, this too shall pass. It will. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. I'm going to link. Now, this is not a paper motion. Oh my goodness. It's not a paper motion, and I don't get any kickbacks or whatever, monies, or I don't know what you would call it. I don't get any money from it, basically. But I'm telling you, there's 2 workbooks that really helped me. A lot, and I still have them, and I sometimes go back to them when I'm really having a rough time. One was the self-esteem workbook, and I'll link the Amazon link in the comment section below, along with the excuse me. I'll link that. I'll link it in the description box below, and in the comment section. No, I'll link it in the description box. That's what I'll do. And then the second one is the Love is a Choice workbook. Both of them are faith-based, I believe. So if you don't resign with that, that's okay too. Because you can just kind of ignore that part and just go for the meat and potatoes. Just do the exercises. It'll piss you off a little bit because it challenges you to take accountability. Okay. It's not easy work, but it does it. It does a trick. I promise. All right, let me do this gravitas. What do you got for messages for Cancers? Okay. Let me sort them out. Y'all know I like for them to be an upright. I really just feel, oh, first 3 letters or TLC. Literally, look. T L C. You know what that is? Could be the, you know, the channel TLC. But you know what that means? Tender loving care. See? That's what you need to give yourself right now. And time. Give yourself the gift of time and tender loving care. Like that's, I feel like that's really important. That's gonna be the title. That's really important right now. Get all the comfy blankets. Get all the blankets. Get all the comfies, blankets and pajamas. Do all that. You know, all those things. Okay? Put on, I don't know, put on a cartoon movie. Sometimes when I'm feeling really bad, if I like to watch like a Disney movie. I know that seems so kid-like, but it also like entertains my inner child, you know? Because you got to spend time sometimes with your inner child a little bit. You know, I had to learn how to reparent myself and be the mother that my inner child needed. And I had to reparent myself. That's trippy. But that was, you know, so I had to spend time with my inner child until my inner, well, my first name's Christina. My inner Christina, my inner Juju, my little inner Juju, that everything's going to be okay. That I'm okay. You know, you can do this. You can do this if you want to. Okay, anything I see that kind of jumps out? Someone's name could be Taylor. Boom, right out the gate. Ta-da. I got ta-da as well. And TLC, obviously I already told you that. Charlene. Or Charlo. Ira. I don't know. How do you say that name? I got Randy. Cody. Lonnie. Is that Larry? Harry? Carrie? Dairy, like dairy products. Some of y'all like Dirty Harry movies, I don't know. Okay. Moving on. First letter is T. D. Oh, Tara. A. T. I got TJ too. J. Y. Oops. I. L. C. I. O. R. H. A. R. N. U. I. L. A. Ooh, I got heartburn all of a sudden. Ooh. My birthday's coming up on the 13th of November. I'm going to be 39. I'm starting to get like that heartburn shit. I don't like it. It's not fun. I did want to get one of these cards real quick. What do you have for Cancer? I don't know why they want me. What do you have for Cancer? Raven. Magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. Pay attention to synchronistic events, okay? Omens, messages. things are coming to a close with the 10 here. Cycles are closing out for you. Surrender it. If it's meant to leave your life, as easy as I know it's not easy. I know as I'm saying it, it's easier said than done. I understand. You're not going to like that. I know. It's easier said than done. But you're going to have to, like, surrender it. You'll release it. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you hold on to that shit, the tighter you hold on, you're going to, I'm telling you, I was holding on tight, and I kept tower after it was bad. Okay? So I don't recommend it. I do not recommend it. Okay? Like, seriously. Hawk, omens and messages. Like, I'm telling you. These are like warnings, but like, hey, you can let go. Okay? You know? It's okay. Surrender some things. I also feel like, you know, you can't be in control of every single thing, right? And you can't do everything for everybody. You know, what about you? You know what I'm saying? Wind fairy, thoughts, words, intellectual, your analysis. Yeah, your analysis paralysis regarding love situations. I feel like you're going to have to, like, let go. Surrender something regarding love. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's really going to suck. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But it is probably going to trigger you into really healing. Like, really healing, but it almost feels like it's necessary at this point in some way. What does Cancer need to surrender, please, for Cancer? Surrender to trust. And it says, see, it says, trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. It says, surrender worry. I'm telling you, your analysis paralysis here. Okay. And it says, make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. You don't trust anything right now. You're not, and I feel like you're meant to trust yourself right now. You know what I'm saying? And you're confusing fear for intuition as well, which is, I know what that feels like too, because when you're doing shadow work like that, your intuition is skewed because you're really triggered. And you are stuck in analysis paralysis. What else? Surrender to your intuition. What did I just tell you? It says, tune into your inner voice. Beware of any gut feelings, flashes, insights, or aha moments that come through to guide you. But you're having a lot of anxiety here, right? Fear. So it's hard to trust your intuition because you might be confusing fear with your intuition as well. You're kind of in a weird position, kind of tough position right now. Yep. Surrender to success as well. Okay. It says you are ready to experience abundance, right? Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities, but you're scared. What else, please, for Cancer? Okay, that just jumped. Surrender to play. It says take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. That's, again, is coming out. Surrender your attachment to results. Like, you want it to go a certain way. You want the result to be a certain way, right? And it says the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Yep. What else, please? Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tensions you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. All right. That is what I got for you, Cancer. I hope that helps you. No extended. I'll try to link those workbooks in the description box below. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Till next time. Bye.